All right, so welcome everybody to Sellers Mastermind, where we come together every single Thursday at 10 a.m. Central. Now, this mastermind is open to every single human out there. So make sure to bring your friend, regardless of brokerage. We are here for the information, not for the logo. Now, in our masterminds, we want to be as positive, actionable, and provide as much valuable and engaging content. In order for us to do that, if you can turn on your webcams if you're in a safe place to do so, we'd highly encourage you to do that. It provides a different feel, different environment. Feel free to mute or unmute yourselves. Everyone here has the right to speak and collaborate and contribute. So really enjoying that part of the conversation. Now, the structure of our mastermind is pretty simple. For the first 15 minutes, we're going to go into the one thing that we're going to discuss about sellers in this case. Then we're going to move over into the challenges that you have in your business. So we're going to spend 30 minutes there. And then the last 5 minutes of our time together, we're going to spend in our commitment corner. Now, for our first 15 minutes, our one seller thing is going to revolve around one of three topics: acquisition, conversion, or scaling. 2 weeks ago, we talked about acquisition. And if you want recordings, then just let me know in the chat. We'll make sure that everyone gets the recording that they want. Last week, we had converting. So how to actually convert sales, what to say, how to say it, when to say it. And then now we're going to go into a bit of scaling. We're going to look at how to scale our business so we can generate more sales, more seller sales or listings. All right. So as we get going, again, please feel free to unmute yourself. So if you have any questions, if something comes up, feel free to drop it in the chat. But before we actually get started, I already said that part, sorry. Drop in the chat where you're listening from, where you're participating from today. That's going to help us understand where we are in the different markets that we're representing today. All right. So the one thing I wanted to share as we're looking at scaling our business, as we're in an interesting time of uncertainty, right? Of interest rates going up, of just unsure what's going to happen with this inflation thing, with gas prices and everything of that nature. Really, the one thing that you can do to scale your business is working on leveraging your time. And here's exactly how to do it. I call it workflow videos. Now, it's no surprise that video is very, very, very heavily pushed right now. And you've probably been at other masterminds and different CEs or different events that have really been on do video, do more video, do more video. So that's not a secret. But what is sometimes a secret is the how to, right? And really, that's what I want to cover today in the brief 12 minutes that we have together for the one thing before we migrate into the problem or challenges that you have in your business. What I want you to consider as you scale your listing business, your seller's business, is work on workflow videos, creating videos that help you in your workflow. So what that means is videos that you can easily integrate into your normal workflow with your clients. So as an example, once you get a listing agreement executed, well, what happens after that? There's a lot of emails that probably happen after that. There's a lot of calls that you probably send to your clients. There's a lot of texts that you probably message to your client. But how much more powerful would it be? And this is where you start leveraging your time, as opposed to sending 3,000 texts, as opposed to sending 500 emails to your sellers that are selling with you. How much more powerful would it be if you provided a video that set the expectations of what's going to happen as they go to market? Set the appropriate expectation of what happens when people come and look at their property, right? You've probably told the owners 20 times what to expect, the home selling process, what happens after X, Y, and Z. But here's the thing. People don't sell homes every single year. They forget. So the more value that you can provide to your home sellers in the form of video and these videos that I'm suggesting, the more serviceful that you're going to be, the higher likelihood that they're going to share your information, your contact, and get more referrals. But that video itself, and I'm talking about, I'll give you examples of all the videos that I send But those videos themselves, those become lead magnets for you, right? So I'll give you some examples of some videos to make. So after you sign the listing agreement, it's a really good idea to send the video that details everything after that, right? It's a good idea that you have a video ready to go with home sellers that need to really improve their home in order to go to market. So things that they can actually improve upon. So how to prepare their home to go out to market, right? So making these workflow videos that will, again, help you in your workflow that you can immediately integrate into your workflow that allow your homeowners to see exactly what they need to do, so you don't have to remember to call them, so you don't have to remember to get out in front of them every single week. Does that make sense? Now, this again, in our cycle, the way that we do it is we talk about acquiring sellers, which was 2 weeks ago. We talk about converting sellers, which was last week. And now we're talking about scaling our business with our sellers. So that's what I really wanted to bring forth with the scaling aspect, because video is a fantastic way to stand out. It's a fantastic way for you to leverage your time. So I'll actually, as we get going into our one thing, I'll go and pull from my files the videos that I suggest doing for your workflow videos from the listing side, because again, it's going to help you from leveraging your time, and it's going to help you generate business. So the videos that you create, not only are you able to send to your clients, whether that's by email, whether that's in your email marketing, whether that is by text, but you're also able to have those videos be hosted on platforms such as YouTube, where other people have the same questions. Other people have the same inquiries. So as they start seeing your content, there's a higher likelihood that they themselves, they may not be represented by somebody. They're just doing their research and they reach out to you directly. Does that make sense? So really on that one, unless there's a specific question, there's not much I can go into outside of that, unless there's a specific question about the workflow videos. But with that being said, let's hop over to our challenges. So challenges with sellers in your business. What challenges do you have in your business? If we can keep it to sellers or listings, that'd be great. But if you have a question about buyers, that's okay too. Just know that on Tuesdays, we have our buyer masterminds. On Thursdays, we have our seller mastermind. So the one thing that everyone's free to present a challenge that they have in their business. The one thing that I ask is that we don't hog up the mic and ramble on with the question that might not even have an answer. So if you have a question, if you have a challenge that you'd like to bring forth to everyone so we can work on it as a community, that would be appropriate here.